group. We just finished.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Have you by any chance seen Nano?
Well, funny you should ask, because I think I saw him walking to the chapel. But I think I also saw him carrying an inner tube.
An inner tube into the chapel?
An inner tube.
I suppose with Nano, anything's possible.
True. Anything is possible with Nana.
Okay, well, thank you. I'll see you later.
See you later, Beck.
A big fish. Jonah 2.
Hi, Nano.
Hi, Becky.
Do I dare ask why you're sitting in the chapel with a floaty around you?
Yeah, you can ask me.
Okay. Why are you sitting in the chapel with a floaty on?
Well, I'm reading one of my favorite stories in my Bible storybook, the story about Jonah and the whale. It takes place in the ocean, and I don't like water. I'm afraid of it.
Buddy, there isn't any water here in the chapel.
Well, I know, but I thought by maybe wearing my floaty, I'd feel a little bit better and more comfortable while I was reading the story.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Do you know anything about Jonah and the whale?
I do. It's one of my favorite stories.
Really?
What about you?
Yeah, I like it too. That's why I have my storybook with me, and I've actually started reading it before you got here.
I have a great idea.
What?
Why don't we take our friends on a journey and show them all about Jonah and the whale?
Huh. Okay, I love that idea. Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, let's go!
And the great fish. God told his prophet Jonah to go to Nineveh and warn the people there to turn away from their wickedness. But Jonah disliked the Ninevites and did not want them to hear God's message, so he went instead to Joppa. There he found a berth on a ship sailing to Tarshish. As soon as the ship put out to sea, God sent a great wind that whipped the water up into a storm, and it seemed that the ship would break apart. The sailors, terrified, threw everything they could overboard to lighten the load. The captain went below, where he found Jonah fast asleep. "Wake up and pray to your God to save us," he cried. Meanwhile, the sailors on deck were drawing lots to discover who among them was the cause of the storm. The name drawn was Jonah's. "Yes," he said, "I am the cause of the trouble. I am an Israelite, and I ran away from the Lord. Throw me over the side, and the storm will die down." First the men hesitated and tried to row the ship toward the shore, but the waves grew higher and the wind screamed louder, and they took hold of Jonah and threw him into the sea. At once the wind dropped and the water grew calm. As Jonah swam in the sea, he was swallowed by a giant fish. For 3 days and nights he remained in its belly, praying to God and thanking the Lord for keeping him alive, until the fish vomited Jonah onto dry land. Again the Lord told Jonah to go to Nineveh, and this time he went, and warned the people that their city would be destroyed. The king and all his subjects, knowing that they had done wrong, begged God to spare them and promised that they would mend their ways. God heard their prayers and resolved not to harm them. Jonah, however, was angry that the city was to be spared. He built himself a shelter outside the city walls, meaning to stay there until Nineveh fell. God, watching over him, made a vine grow up to shade Jonah from the sun. But the next morning God sent a worm that fed on the roots of the vine until it withered and died. The sun grew hot, and a stifling wind blew from the east, until Jonah was suffering so much he wished himself dead. "Why are you angry that the vine is withered?" God asked him. Why do you care about a vine that you neither planted nor watered, while you resent my care for the well-being of a city of thousands of souls?"